Now I'm unmuting the mics. I'm not making that mistake again.
That's important.
Yes, it is. All right. So Jacob, or I'm sorry,
I,
Altor.
I'll get us back in there, I guess. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Jewel of Yavin. I was just delivering us my best attempt at a summary. It's been so long since we've seen all of you. Have you been well there in the audience? I hope so.
You're practicing for your game.
That's true. We'll see if I stream that one or not, but I should get the practice in. But anyways, so when last we left off, the very last thing to happen, we had overheard a conversation at the gala that seemed to imply one of our associates, potentially our former boss, Tosh, was being held by a local criminal enterprise. The head of that enterprise, unexpectedly, is the husband of the woman who employed us, Eris. Obviously, this causes some problems for some of us. Altor's getting a little paranoid. He's been left loose for too long. The moment you tell Rin about this, everyone will go to hell. In other news, Delta was trying to persuade everybody that it's an excellent idea to rob a hut.
I was not trying to persuade them to rob the hut. I was trying to persuade them to rob anyone else too.
Yes. But it's funnier if you were talking about the hut. Various other things are going on. We're approaching most likely the final round of bidding, and it seems to be the hut who's running away with it. I believe it's only 2 left in contention. Is that right?
That is correct.
We still have our objectives. We need to secure the money from this transfer that's going to be probably coming down to Arden. As the only computer literate person physically here.
I could probably kill somebody with one.
Yes, and I'm sure Altor could find a way to open a door with one, but it would involve disassembling it.
Or blowing it.
Meanwhile, Arden would find the way to make sure that neither one of you were caught doing those actions.
Yes,
that
works. We do appreciate it. So that objective is still firm. We still need to secure the physical jewel, but it's looking more and more like we're going to have to do that after it's been purchased and is on its way to its new home. We're going to have to try and bust Tosh out of his captivity, if that is indeed what's going on, and we're going to have to get off the Stam planet.
Dun, 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 dun.
You completely skipped over the vandalism that Ren did in the bathroom.
Rin has sabotaged yet another bathroom. He has left a string of these across the galaxy.
Just leave it as like he said. What is it from the Home Alone movie?
We're the wet bandits.
They had to summon the guards to handle this.
It only took 10 episodes, and we finally came up with the group's moniker.
So that is great. IG and Delta have been living it up as the honored guests of the party. We've scared off half the people we've talked to. We're really just kind of chumping it up, honestly, but we're going to make off with this jewel and this money.
Quite similar to how we treat combat in this game, you guys treat the heist. You fake it until you make it.
We had a boss and now we don't.
You guys should have planned that better too. All right, so let's start off with the administrative work. Let's roll those force dice.
There you go.
Oh, there's one light side.
This is the first time in like 5 sessions that I've rolled a light side.
Oh, there's 2 dark side. And 3 dark side, 4 dark side. Oh,
team.
Good job, guys. Good job.
These dice are loaded.
All right. And now let's roll the 100 and see if 77. Looking up my notes. It does not trigger.
It would have been one of mine anyway, let's be honest.
Just have so much.
My
Have you
messengers
accounted
are
for the-
surprisingly well behaved, actually, it seems.
Have you accounted for the
Everything
enormous
is working.
karmic obligation we have taken on due to our recent actions?
Something's
Not yet.
wrong. Why is Chimera not causing trouble?
All right, and then there's a new feature that I had introduced into our Twitch channel that we're going to kind of be trying out. Is I've added the ability for people to redeem both boost and setbacks. We do have it limited on the number that can be deemed. I think it's only one every 90 minutes or one every hour, so you guys don't have to worry about being like setback. But at least now I can spread. Yeah, now I can spread out some of the blame. It's not just me being a dick. Or if people feel like the karmic balances need to be adjusted, they could give you boost dice too. So we're gonna use that in a way where
you shouldn't do that.
well,
You
it's
should
limited.
make that more expensive.
It's limited.
Okay, but I still go to a lot of people's streams and I'm a dick. So you should maybe make that more expensive because retaliation's a bitch.
See, this is our new revenue strategy. We send Ginkgo to make people upset, and then they'll come here to punish him.
We've set Ginkgo loose on the RPG community.
I mean, I think I've TPK'd TT2KB like twice.
Wait, how much is it?
It equates roughly into 4 hours of sub watching for one reading.
Oh, no. The boost and setback thing.
The boost is 1320 and the setback 1760.
Ah.
You know, I know our wonderful people at home will never be able to see this, but I'm going to throw this into our Jewel of Yavin chat here because this is pretty much a good, accurate representation of Ren.
All right.
I swear I'm going to make a Discord bot that allows us to just pop things up from the chat over the stream.
God, I wish you would. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, if you figure it out. All right, so we're going to cut straight back into it. We had finished the last round of bidding. As you guys had mentioned, you had heard the news about someone being possibly ready to talk and divorce taking off. With this, the bidding droid makes its way around for one last session of bids.
I believe I was moving to intercept Ren, who was walking real fast towards a guy at a bar.
Okay. You intercept?
Ren.
What do you want? What?
Ren, we have a minor issue.
What happened?
Come here. He motions you over a little bit away from people.
I'll follow him.
Now, Rin, I need calm and relaxation. Do you have these?
Good question.
Rin?
No.
That is fair. I have overheard that you recall Purple Gentleman, Boris.
Is that the one that I kind of look around. Nobody's in earshot, are they?
There's a lot of people around.
I'll just kind of lean in as that's not the one that I creamed with the cloud car, is it?
No. Is taller man who is just walking out. I have overheard his conversation, and he is head of local gang, it appears, and they have probably Tosh.
Come again?
You know, we have not heard from Tosh now for several days. I believe that they are holding him in captivity.
That guy right there walking out, that guy.
He does not have him in his pocket, but his people, it appears. Yes.
I'm glad you told me. I'll be right back. I'm going to start reaching into my pocket.
Let him get outside first. We will hold this. This, that's you.
That's me.
Do you need Delta? Do you want IG?
Well, IG would probably really like to get in on this.
I will get IG. You make start. I will get IG.
I'll meet him outside.
Okay. We are here to cause trouble.
Okay. So who all goes out?
I look around for IG.
I think you still have a communicator.
I do. You're right. Those exist. I take a few steps away and then I pull out my communicator, the Nokia 11,000, and give him a ring.
Beep boop. You have reached IG. Speak
The
your intention, meet.
Yes, this is Meat. We have delegated Rin to his normal job. He would appreciate your assistance.
I will advise.
Indeed. He has no communicator because he is Rin. But he is leaving now. You can catch him.
I'll be the responsible one.
Wonderful. Exactly what I needed.
Beep boop. IG out.
Mm-hmm.
And we will make our way toward the door, trying to shrug off any crowds or attention that is formed.
Perfect.
We are done with this party.
Oh, yeah.
As far as Altor is concerned, this job is already successful because they will go and they will create bodies until this is solved.
You know me so well.
So, what's the plan that you tell Arden and Delta?
You're still living it up at the party.
Oh yeah, we've got another important job to do.
Delta knew that the guy got captured, didn't she? If I remember correctly. Like they had somebody captured, so...
You knew that Toss was on the run prior to meeting the group.
Yeah. And I remember I reached out with my Genkin plat to see if he's within range, and that has a pretty decent range on it. And you said that I didn't get any pings back on that.
That's correct.
And since that's pretty much a gang secret, he's either in a very deep house in a very deep place where he can't be accessed, or just, a comm link would be cut off, or he is dead, or it's not Tosh. So
It's
very
fine.
Viable options.
It's fine. I'm sure this guy will tell me where he is before he bleeds out.
Yeah, Delta isn't going to, I guess, is going to let the others handle that one. Altor did say that he would get the credit chips for Delta. Is Altor actually still planning to do that?
Well, we have to see who wins now.
No. I mean, we need to pickpocket somebody to get their credits chips.
Yes,
to
totally.
pay for the thing. Still.
Well, pay what thing? I may be misremembering what you're talking about. We were talking about
Delta
pickpocketing.
spent the entire time last time trying to get a vehicle, and she's got her sister lined up for one. She's got her Chimera ready to like already encrypting things, like basically pick through any defenses of a credit chip that you'd send her. She just needs to get the card from somebody.
Okay, she just needs some money. All right. The pickpocketing I was remembering, we were
Like
planning
if you
to
get somebody's data pad and give it to Delta, she can get it hacked and very quickly and the money transferred.
We were planning to lift the data pad from the hut's assistant.
Okay. Again, Delta made it clear. I think Delta made it clear she is fine with taking this from anybody. The Hut's was her first idea, but Elter made it clear, like, oh, maybe that's not a good idea.
Here is the fundamental difference. I was confused as to Delta's purpose. I thought we were doing this because we need their account codes in order to intercept their transfer of funds to pay for the jewel.
No. Delta was just trying to get it because she trying to purchase an escape vehicle this entire time.
All right.
I am going to say, Altor, though, you are not far off in terms of
what is necessary to intercept the funds.
Right.
Yes.
That's one way to go about it. But there's still some information out there that you guys are kind of missing a couple of dots on connecting.
We are missing every dot.
I've got a few dots to get us into the bank.
I guess, is there any role that we could like make to try to see, like, pick up any vibes that are going on if something else? Like, is there a
there's a perception, there's underworlds, there's
could I make a vigilance check, because that's based upon like dangers essentially? So like if there's a danger that like we haven't noticed yet,
I'd be okay
or
with
is
that.
building up. Okay. So let's see, vigilance.
And then I'd make it a 2 purple just because there's like so many people around.
One sec.
3 successes.
Right now, you don't really notice there's like anyone in this room is really planning anything nefarious. You do notice that there's
must not have looked at Ren.
Well, outside of your present party. You notice actually most people have kind of lost interest in the actual bidding at this point. It's kind of gotten too rich for everyone's blood. There's really only 2 people that you make out as actually being interested in what's going on. That's the Huts, as well as this tan skin lady who's kind of just been hanging out by the bar wearing the best way I could describe it is a gray pantsuit. And she seems like she's interested in the bidding, but she's also, you notice her kind of scanning the room and taking in everything rather than actually actively drinking, which you would expect from someone at a bar.
Delta will like let Altor know, and Arden, hey guys, I see the last person still in the bidding. I'm going to go talk to her.
See if you can spy final bid so we know who to target.
Okay. Any idea? Should I try to convince her to, bid a little higher?
What was final bid last round? 100,000 credit.
Serious? It's that much?
And it's been going up by, was it 10,000 each time?
It might have been going up by 10,000 or so, and we started at 20.
GM, can you confirm it's been a month?
I have it written down. It's been 20 each time.
Okay, so it's 20 each time. Okay, thank you.
I'm
It's
impressed.
like
Did I? I don't even know. Did I say it's going up 20, or did you guys that observative?
Yeah, just looked at
I
it.
just observed
You,
that.
you told me the bids each round. It's 2, 3, 4. We're in 5th now. It's the final
Yeah.
round. Yeah.
Yeah. So Delta's going to go over to the woman and sidle up to her. How's it going?
She looks you over, kind of scans you up and down, and then goes down to looking at a data pad that she had pulled out of her pocket.
Wow, you're probably the first person that hasn't gone, oh, wow, you won the race. Fancy, fancy.
She kind of looks you over. Actually, roll a. I'm going to give you a roll on this. Roll.
Okay.
I'll let you roll cool. I'll let you roll charm. I'll let you roll anything kind of in that avenue.
Deception.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. 2 advantages, but 0 successes.
She looks you over, kind of takes a break from her data pad and says, why do I get the sense there's more to you than meets the eye?
I don't know.
See
Why
it.
do I get the sense that there's more to you than meets the eye?
Because Delta's a transformer.
You seem to be the only one still in the betting.
No, obviously, there's more than just me, or else I'd be up on that stage collecting my reward right now.
Oh. Well, you're still in the betting, but you haven't outbet the hut. You
No
seem
one
like a cunning
outbeats the
person.
hut.
Huh?
I'm sorry, you said it, and I had to say, no one out pizzas the hut.
You seem like a cunning person.
Oh yeah, what do
You're not a-
what do you draw that based on?
Well, you managed to stay in the bed. You managed to stay in the bidding, but at the same time, you haven't drawn any attention to yourself, really. Keeping low, keeping to yourself.
Why do you suspect that is?
Well, I can think of 2 reasons. One, you're a pussy. You see the hut over there and look at all the cronies around him and think he's big and bad and going to shoot you if you dare to take the lead.
This would be accurate.
And Delta looks her over, kind of trying to analyze her a little bit. And I guess, is that a discipline to try to figure out somebody?
If you want to kind of get a read on her,
Yeah.
I'd have to look
Of
up discipline. real quick.
Discipline, vigilance.
I don't think you guys have used discipline yet.
I am very disciplined. I just want to point that out.
I know cool is to resist charm.
Let's see, I'm pulling up my cheat sheet for discipline real quick. Dead air. It's never fun.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's
Dead
it's,
air.
it's good. If I
It's all my fault.
if I could spell
Chat.
discipline, that would help.
Chat will
must-
come after me with pitchforks and knives.
I still got the old D&D radio sounders if you ever want them.
Discipline helps with mental resilience. Where the hell is that section? I have way too many sheets. Skills. Where's the skills tab? There we go. No, and this doesn't say.
I'm sorry, chat. It's all my fault.
Discipline is used to counter coercion, deception, and leadership.
Okay, deceptions. Perfect. Because I think she's trying to hide her intention, right?
Yeah.
So can I roll a discipline check to try to get a beat on her?
Yeah, let's
And
go
let
for
me
this.
just check. Stats. Yeah. Okay. Oop, go back here.
Discipline is cunning.
Discipline.
What is her sheet for cunning?
Wait, let me just check my sheet.
-3.
What is yeah, and let me know what your
That's not right. Yep. Okay. Ready? How many purples or?
what I'll be doing is giving you 5 purple.
Yeah, purple for each green and a red for each yellow.
That's what I'm checking to see if she has
Yep.
any. Yeah, no, it's gonna be 5 purple.
Should I burn that force dice, guys? I have a yellow and 2
Oh.
green.
Also,
Either.
yeah, upgrades. Nobody's full. 2 upgrade difficulty. So it'll actually be 3 purple and 2 red.
I don't think the force dice is going to help you
I
on
don't
this
think
one.
force dice is going to help me at all. Okay.
Go for it. Come on. You know,
failure,
Ren's.
2 threat.
Oh,
Ouch.
ow.
So describe to me what you were trying to. What were you saying to try and?
She's trying to goat her on. She's trying to goat her and see, like, are you scared of those people or no?
So you
And
just called her a pussy, right?
yeah,
So at this point, she kind of goes from being a little cordial to kind of looking you square in, well, where your eyes would be if you weren't wearing a mask. And
still got like robotic eyes.
she says, "You're one to speak. How's it feel? Kind of living here, hiding out, hiding from everyone you used to know and love. To keep, what is it, 2 sisters safe?"
Ooh.
Oh.
And with that, she walks off.
I think Delta's.
I don't know if she's
She
gonna
didn't
walk
flip
off
the
at that. I think Delta like reaches out and places like a hand, like the robotic hand on her shoulder, like, I'm sorry, come the fuck again?
Okay.
We
We really wanted combat practice tonight.
In tonight's session, everyone is Ren.
Tonight's session, everyone dies. Do me a favor. Roll. What's your athletics? I'm gonna have her roll.
Okay. Yellow and 3 greens.
All right, and okay, that's her skill. Let's get off of Altor because I don't want this to roll as Altor.
Ideally not. It would give him a pretty decent chance. My athletics is not so good.
What is your what is your athletics?
Yellow and 3 green.
And then I'm gonna click that to add a boost dice. 0 successes, 2 threats.
Oh.
So she turns around and she tries to like grab at your hand as you're kind of reaching out to grab her shoulder, and her hand kind of just slaps your arm rather than being a grab. You kind of get the sense she was going for kind of a martial arts like wrist lock, but
Yeah.
she's not able to land it.
As the threat, can I like pull her in, like slip the arm around like behind her back and just kind of like pull her in close, so that it's not like, I don't want it to be look like it's almost like a dance move essentially.
Dun, 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 dun.
The 2 of us are just like face to face.
I
And
want
just
for that, I actually want you to roll. Is there an acrobatics? For that, I want you to actually roll like a
Coordination.
yeah, roll a coordination, but you'll have 2 boost dice on it.
Okay, and against what?
3 purple.
Two successes, 5 advantages.
Blam.
So you are just
Are doing the tango.
yeah, like you make this look flawless. No one is the wiser. A couple of people might actually look at you and do a little clap. You not only pulled this move off, you pulled it off with like panache.
And Delta, glowering beneath her mask, is going to say in that like sickening polite voice of, "And how do you happen to know about my family?"
Well, I happen to know quite a bit about your ragtag group. You run around the city, running people over, buying counterfeit goods, failing at multiple hack attempts. You're going to kind of set off a couple of triggers. There were hack attempts before you, Urban.
No,
I only ran one person over, damn it.
no, that's interesting. That's rather interesting. So what? So you clearly have some sort of interest in us and some interest in this gem. Perhaps we can work together in some way, or perhaps, well, what's your game?
I want the gem.
You want the gem?
She doesn't respond. She felt like she's leaving that one hang.
I'm still picturing the tango music playing.
Let me think. Our goal in this right now, we have lost a boss.
Oh, I got this. We haven't lost anything.
We have lost our boss.
Misplaced.
Yeah. Well,
No, just follow the bodies. You'll find him.
that's very interesting. Tell me, are you planning to outbid the hut? Because if not, there might be other ways that we can work together.
Well, I did kind of want this on the up and up, but that being said, there is certain benefits to not having your name and face kind of all over the holonet from
With a hut's attention on you for outbidding him,
the huts are piss ants. I have no concern of such.
I see.
Unless this is a Sith, Altor would beg to disagree.
The huts are pissants. You wouldn't have... And tell me, who's the real enemy here? It wouldn't happen to be... And the thing, she thinks back briefly to her previous conversation with that one woman. The Empire, would it?
Roll perception.
Okay. Perception or the discipline?
No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna have her make. Yeah, I'm gonna have her. What's your discipline?
My discipline. What is it? Oh yeah, yellow and 2 green. Upgraded it, but never showed my character sheet.
You said yellow and 2 green.
Yeah.
All right. Her is 3. 1, 2, 3. Upgrade difficulty of all combat checks. Ah. That's what I wanted. You said yellow and 2 green?
Mhm.
So I'll leave the 1 red. And we'll toggle that for another upgrade. Three success, 1 advantages.
Okay.
Well, of course, the Empire would be an obvious choice, wouldn't it?
It would be. They're the most powerful organization I know of. Though my mother told me about some other strange organizations.
There are quite a few. I can
Yeah.
tell you, on Bespin, probably one of the biggest criminal cartels is of Vorstabath. And I can tell you, your friend, who I saw you took out of here, right, Ren?
At least I'm on my way. I don't know. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll say you took
Oh
off.
yeah, he went after Vorstabath.
She's going to tell you that Ren's not only on a fool's errand, but he will likely get himself killed in the process.
So Tuesday.
Yeah. Well then, well, that's very helpful information. So, let's talk deal. Do you mind if I invite a friend to the conversation? They're somewhat the brains behind this all.
She tells you that she has better things to do than to hang around here and chat, but she does. I'm going to say she's going to slide you, and I'm going to toggle another one just to make this a story element.
It's only so long that these two can continue dancing for.
Yeah. She's going to turn around and she's going to slide like a data cube into your like pocket.
Mhm.
And she's going to tell you when you're ready to talk. That's how you can reach her.
Okay.
And I think
She.
a trade might interest your party.
Okay. Delta will break free from the dance and she will immediately like pull off towards a corner and tell Altor everything. And Arden. I think this might be a good opportunity. I see 2 options right now. We could have her purchase it and then we sell it. Then we steal the gem and then sell it back to her. Or rather, we give it back to her. That is less money on our part. Or we can have her, allow the hut to win, steal from the hut, get the gem, and then sell the gem to her. Depends on whether you want to piss off a hut or not.
I believe my position on such matters is well established. Where are we? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Yes.
Well, as I said, we can. 2 options I see are I can tell her to outbid the hut, and then we can steal the gem, and then effectively we take her money, steal the gem, then give her the gem, or take the gem. Basically, we're only going to get one of the gem or the money from her. Unless we really want to double cross her, I wouldn't recommend that personally because she knows about my family and she seems to know everything about us. So,
Who is she?
I don't know. Is the problem? I tried
Let me
to get
see
read
the
on
data.
her.
Let me see that data
like-
cube you got.
Okay, I tried reading her, and it's like reading stone. And I've got a good eye for these things too. People don't fool me easily.
I would like to make...
Unbeknownst to anybody, girls can easily like charm their way past Delta, but fool her, no.
No.
So it's
I would
about this
like-
time that I was gonna say about this time I actually catch up with Delta here. I'm actually with Delta because I've been spending this whole time looking for everyone, realizing there's no one here. I finally find Delta. So I was like, okay. So I need the data cube from you. I've also got all the information I need. We need to get out of here. We got a lot going on. There's a lot of moving parts here, and we need to figure this out. And I don't think this is the place to do it.
While that's ongoing, I would like Altor to make an underworld knowledge roll.
Yeah. What are you trying to determine?
Who, in their right minds, we will give them the benefit of the doubt and say they're not just criminally insane. Who in their right minds would refer to the Hutts as pissants and be entirely unintimidated by them?
Yeah. You'll roll, say, 2 purple.
Sure. Since we have so many suddenly, I'll burn a token on it. Everybody okay with that?
Sure.
Now
The
you guys
chat
are learning.
gave you one too.
Yeah, there's you could use a boost dice if you wanted to add as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how does this work out? Is this like it goes to the next one immediately when somebody uses it, or do we get to pick and choose?
You can choose when you want to use it.
Okay.
Mm.
All right.
Ah, so close. I really wanted to know.
Yeah, you there's the obvious answers, like there's the common knowledge ones, like the Empire is not necessarily intimidated by the Hutts, but
No.
they also don't view them as being necessarily worth their time and resources to get into a conflict with. And then there's probably some like cocky upstart gangs or other rival Hutt organizations that might view this particular Hutt clan as beneath them.
Oh, it's fair, but I did specify in their right mind. Another Hutt, sure. Just an upstart. They're cruising for a orbital laser strike, actually.
I
guess-
have those.
All right. With little else to go on, Altor is going to latch on to the notion that this woman is representing the Empire's interest in some way. But this will only really serve to confuse him more, as, you know, like the current owner is high up in the Imperial organization. So if they wanted it, they'd just requisition the damn thing.
Well,
Arden.
Yeah.
Do you have everything that you need in order to intercept funds, or do I have to lift a data pad from a hut?
No, I've got it in to the getting in, so I think we're good on that.
Ah, good news at last.
yeah, you
Beautiful.
only need to lift a data pad off of some smuck here.
It will be light exercise. I would like to target a schmuck. May I locate a schmuck?
Yes, I won't even make you roll for that. There's a lot of them around.
Oh man, a schmuck.
Somebody with their data pad just kind of perched precariously out of their pocket,
There's
where they've got it on a belt holster.
like you notice there's one guy and he's like a Bespin bro who's there on like daddy's trust fund. He has no intentions of bidding, but he's just like leaning up against the bars like, yeah, you know those cloud racers? I got like 5 of them in my garage. Best class. I mean, you should come by, show them out sometime.
I sidle up next to him at the bar. I order a drink. And as I turn around with the drink, I bump him. And I say, oh, my apologies. I pat his shoulder like I'm brushing like something I put on there off. And while I'm doing that, I lift the data pad with one of my other many, many hands. I'd like to roll skullduggery, I guess.
Yeah, it'll be 1 purple. This is
There you go.
yeah. You pull it off flawlessly, and like afterwards, you fix the collar on his polo. He's like, oh, let me help you out there.
Brush. My apologies, friend.
Well, yeah.
And I walk
you know,
off.
yeah, he seems like a good guy.
You get pretty good at sleight of hand when you have 4 of them.
Well, 3 of them are good at sleight of hand. The one of them's a bit of a lazy hand.
I blew the finger off that one. Turns out you need the pinky finger.
That's the lazy hand. The other one's the wandering hand.
So, yeah, I come back over to Delta and I just sort of hand her the data pad, say, thank you. I needed a break.
I'm glad. It sounds like we'll also have a buyer for this whole thing. So, I mean, it's nice to have a gem, but now that we've lost our employer, well, it's good that we have a new one.
Lost is perhaps too strong for the moment. If problem can be solved with knives, I have utmost faith that Rin will solve it.
I see. Well, Alta, if you can do me a favor, if you at any point get, how should I put it? Can you not throw me and my family under the bus at the end of this?
I promise you, with amount of bus throwing that will be occurring, and I assure you it is some, it will not be you.
Okay, I appreciate that. I'm not normally the type to get into criminal enterprises of the legitimate business, she says.
I see. You are not yet member of legitimate businessman's social club.
Exactly.
Welcome. Welcome. It often goes very much like this.
I figured as much. That's why I try not to play my hand too deeply in it. I mean, as a bounty hunter, you have to kind of do a little bit here and there, but it's not exactly the most sustainable enterprise, especially when you've got 2 siblings to look out for. So,
Altor begins making his way towards the exit. He says, you can survive quite a while. It depends on if you learn to be comfortable in jail.
let's be honest, I'd start a fight and like get myself killed or kill somebody until I eventually find someone who'd kill me.
I have seen type.
Arden's kind of looking around at this whole conversation, going, there's a lot of discussion of killing going on with a lot of people going around. So he's got this worried look on his face.
You notice that like the entire time, Delta like glances around and like that vigilance score is actually very much used to keep an eye on like who is watching us, any dangers. And she still remembers all of the camera's positions, so she is actively avoiding them.
So,
oh no, I set off an alarm, guys. They're coming after us.
so speaking of murder,
You have to wait your turn.
okay.
I think we're leaving the venue. It may be his turn.
Yes.
So all right, it's your turn. So
wait.
Church.
Taking the data pad,
All right.
hooking it up to my sister, giving her the stuff, and to get the order.
Okay.
So this guy's leaving. Is he heading to elevator 2 by a ticket?
You actually, as you're reaching the hall, him and his entourage have already gotten into the elevator, and the door is just sliding closed just as you enter the hallway.
Any chance I could roll to like get a hand in there and stop it?
Yes.
What do you want me to roll?
Roll athletics.
Any extra dice?
Yeah, 4 purple. And as you're running towards the elevator, you slip slightly on the water from the flooding you did earlier. So add a setback dice.
Oh Lord, is that the black one, right?
Yep.
Burn a fate point, my man. This suit came with shoes that have high traction soles.
All right. Yeah, why not?
Frankie Old Mage cashed a bonus point a while ago.
Hmm.
Since
true.
I used the setback here from that redeem, you won't be able to use a. Well, no, I'll allow it because it's. I was treating it like it's a force dice, but it's not. It's separate. I'll allow it.
So how do I play that? What do I add?
If you want to add the boost, a blue.
All right, it's a lot of dice. Okay. Anything else?
So what do you have now? You have 3 purple.
4 purple. You said,
Yeah, 4 purple, a black.
and a blue.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Just to stop an elevator.
I know, right? Pretty advanced elevator.
4 successes, 2 threats.
All right. So you manage to get your hand in the elevator. The door goes ding, just stops ever so slightly before crushing your hand. And the doors slide open, and you find yourself facing 5 thugs, Voss Terrace, and 2 security that is kind of just looking at you like, what the hell is going on?
I left my data pad in the vehicle. Thank you so much for not going without me. I'm just going to slip in and actually like nuzzle in right in the middle.
It's going south fast.
Because of the threats, security's going to get on with you because they aren't quite buying the story.
That's fine. Don't I have a grenade? I think somebody gave me a grenade.
You know what? You can have the grenade. I don't know if I actually gave it to you or was about to, but let's say you have the grenade.
I remember you gave me a grenade.
It is a knockout grenade. It is a gas grenade.
Ren would never forget that.
Oh, yes. I mean, knockout grenades are dumb, but I'm probably going to use it. And that's Ren talking, not me.
It's also it also has a proximity charge on it, so you can plant it and then leave it behind.
That's beautiful.
Oh, wait, I have it right here. Walk back out.
So doors close, elevator starts to descend. I feel
God,
like
you guys...
this is the scene in Avengers, or it was the Captain America movie where he's standing there and he's looking around and it's him and all the people against him.
Hit him with
Did you guys see that race?
Where's IG? This is important to establish.
I was in the hallway. I didn't make it to the elevator.
No, you didn't.
We're gonna wait for the next one.
Which is the crying shame because he's immune to the grenade.
Did you guys see that race?
They all kind of just eyeball each other and they all look at you. No one answers.
I'm sorry, is my translator not working? Do you guys not speak when I'm talking? Did you see the race?
Voss at this point he lets out this kind of guttural laugh and he's like, yeah, I caught it. Lost quite a few coin on that, I have to say. Didn't go as I expected.
I lost everything. I hope somebody kills those pieces of voodoo.
Man, that's the breaks when it comes to gambling. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down.
You hit the Jawa on the head with that one, my friend. So, like, I'm going down to get a data pad. What the hell are you guys doing? And what's with the fancy outfits? Are you guys part of the security detail? What's going on?
Well, these are my employees. My name's Voss. I believe I saw you up there at the auction. Assume that you've ran out of currency as well. Or are you getting your data pad to go back up and try and win?
Well, I'm going to ask my mom for money.
Interesting. Is your mother? I imagine a bid like that and going back up in final rounds. Your mother must be a woman of note. What's her name?
Oh, Vera. And she sleeps with everything that moves. So yeah, she's collected quite a bit of credit.
Oh, Vera. I wonder what establishments has she worked at? I might have employed her in the past.
Work? Unless it involves laying on her back, my mama don't work nowhere.
Well, on Bespin, I mean, there's when you get into the lower districts, there's of course payment for quite a minute talents.
You're talking about like fleshly talents, huh?
To each their own.
You got a business card?
Matter of fact, I do. He reaches inside of his pocket, and as he pulls back his pocket, you actually notice there's a blaster inside. And he reaches in, he pulls out a card, and on it is this gold inlaid business card that lists like 3 different casinos on it. And his name's Voss. I employ quite a few people. A little bit of a casino mogul in these parts. You must be a tourist or visiting, and I've never seen you around. You said your mama is kind of funding you based on her skills. So, native?
No. I'm from Corsica.
I'm sorry, from where?
Corsica.
I don't recall. I'm not familiar with that. Is that a planet or another?
No, it's a city. It's a city.
Oh, where? What regions of space?
It's out on the outer edge there. I mean, it's a little shithole, really.
I have to say, I don't leave too often unless I'm going to the core worlds. There's too much money to be made around
it. It is not worth your time, trust me. Unless you just want a bad sunburn and sand in your ass crack, you don't need to go there.
Understood. And I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. What was your name?
Oh, Ven Gakamori.
Ven. I'm sorry, Ven what?
Gakamori.
What line of business you in, Ven? And as he asked that, the doors slide open, and I want you to roll. I'll give you an option on a couple of rolls.
Oh boy!
But I want you to roll whether or not you're persuasive enough to kind of invite you to walk with him.
All right. So what do you want for that? Charm, coercion, cool, discipline.
No, I'd say charm.
Melee.
I'd say charm, or it's not really coercion because you're not like stay here or else.
So charm.
Yeah, I'd say charm or negotiation. Which one you rolling?
I'll go with charm. They're the same. So.
All right. So for charm, you're gonna roll against his cool, which will be cool as presence. You're gonna roll. You're gonna roll 2 purple and 1 red.
I'm gonna burn a point. If that's all right with everyone.
All right, 4 successes, 2 threats. Or wait, no, that was your to get into the thing, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, no, I haven't rolled yet. I was gonna add the force point.
Yeah, go ahead.
If that's all right.
Yeah, no, my headset broke up, so I didn't hear you talking. Yes, more dark side.
All right. Here we go. 2 failures, 2 advantages, 1 dark side.
Not quite sure how the
What?
dark side dice ended up in there.
Let's.
Did I add the wrong dice there? That's probably what I did.
I say roll with it.
Yeah. Because
I guess. Yeah, just go with it.
It's all good.
You're seduced to the dark side.
So he actually, so you fail. He's not going to invite you. The doors open up, and he's like, "Pardon, I have some pressing business to do, but you seem quite well versed, and not many people have kind of the balls to talk to me the way you did. I find you entertaining. Keep the business card. Why don't you come down to the Red Pearl Casino and possibly we'll interview for some potential employment opportunities."
I like the cut of your jib.
And I
So
apologize. I must go. And with that, he starts to walk down the hall.
as he's starting to exit the elevator, now I realize the predicament I'm in as far as my own mortality for potentially what I may be about to do. In my mind, and correct me if I'm wrong, this guy has my
Based on the information that was fed to you, yes, that is accurate.
All
Does
right.
not mean whether the information that was fed to you is accurate, though.
The
I'm just saying
information
in my
was fed
mind.
to you with caveats.
Yeah,
But
in my mind.
Are the security staying in the elevator with him, or are they going with the guy?
There's the security staying in the elevator.
Okay.
At this point, the conversation was more peaceful than they had expected, so they have no reason to kind of escort him out or follow him.
Mm-hmm.
So as the doors are closing, God, I'm going to die. I just know it. As the doors are closing, I want to, quote unquote, fumble the knockout grenade. Not really being obvious with what it is, but kind of like go to like I'm putting the card in my pocket and then be like, oh, and then just like fumble it as the doors are shutting out the doors, like rolling off into the hallway.
Okay.
So that they shut before it goes off. And then I'm going to turn to the guards and be like, oh, crap, that was really important. I kind of need to get that. Is there any way to open the doors?
So when you fumble it, I imagine you activate it and fumble it?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. So
the interesting thing about that is, since it's on a proximity timer, you can activate it, and it has that effective like delay on it. So before it primes...
Yeah, I'm rolling it out basically into the hallway as the doors are shutting to hit them.
Right. So you're going to want it to activate
as it gets in range to hit them.
Right. So, and this is, what was this called? A knockout grenade?
Yes.
I need to look up.
I have the stats for it.
Yeah. What are the stats for it?
Okay. It's a ranged light. And it does 12 damage with a blast of 10.
Okay.
All of it, however, is stun damage. So
Rain
it does
damage,
street plus
yeah.
rain.
Okay. So what is your ranged light?
My ranged light?
Yep.
Two green.
This has got to be that. I'm just saying, this has got to be like a coordination thing.
It is, but
Yeah, coordination's much better. That's a yellow and a green.
I'm gonna have him actually. I'm gonna be changing it up a little bit because he's also trying. Because of how you're pulling this off in terms of trying to fumble it, the coordination is actually going to be the difficulty.
Okay. So,
what's your coordination?
yellow, green.
So 1 yellow, 1 green.
Mhm.
So that's better than I expected. I'll make it a 2 purple. It's not overly complicated, but it's not a routine thing you're trying to do with juggling a grenade around without dropping it and then also
So-
tossing it out.
So you want me to roll coordination with 2 purple?
No, I want you to roll the light ranged, but the purple is based off of your coordination.
Okay.
So the difficulty of pulling this off is based off of that.
All right, here we go. 2 successes, 1 threat.
Okay. So you managed to get the knockout grenade through the door before it closes. Now it's going to be whether or not you fooled the security into thinking it was a legitimate accident.
You want me to roll for that too?
Yeah, so you're going to roll deception.
Also, for the knockout grenade, if you're keeping track, that is 14 stun damage.
We'll get back to that in a minute. This is going to turn into potentially 2 different fights.
Can we say IG
With
hopped in
one
the second
person.
elevator in the bank and is on his way down?
You were doing what?
I was waiting for the next elevator. Is there like a third, like a bank of
There's-
elevators?
There's only 1 elevator, but there is a stairway if you wanted to start running. Like,
Oh, okay, cool. Machine supremacy. Yeah, we're bolting down these steps
Okay.
like
You can-
entire flights in one bound.
Clang,
Do you
clang,
know
clang,
where
clang.
you're trying
Like-
to get to?
The bottom? I don't know. We're
I
just
mean, you can
going
always,
down.
I guess, do that thing where you like look at the elevator and go ding, 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 and see where it stops and go, that's the one.
We're just going down. We're racing the elevator. We'll like jump out a couple of times and see if it's still going down. But yeah, we're racing down the stairs.
all
Maybe
right.
we can pop out of the stairwell when this grenade goes off.
Yeah, we'll keep that in mind. You're rolling deception, Church.
All right. Yeah, it's just deception. We might add anything.
Yeah, you're gonna be adding some purple after I pull up the guard stats. All right, that's good to know. All right, discipline. You're going to add 2 purple, 1 red, and because of the threat, you're going to add 1 black setback dice.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Let's see.
Burn them tokens. Burn them tokens.
1 failure.
They don't buy it at all, and they're reaching for their stun clubs at this point. So we are going to now switch over to IG.
Does the stun grenade make noise? I'm curious.
Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering if that would alert IG to where we're at. That's why I asked.
The stun grenade's a gas grenade essentially, so it's a
Okay. So all right. So it's not a like a flashbang.
Yeah. It would also ignore any armor from soak because of that.
Okay. All right.
Just
so,
the armor part.
So there are 4 guards and Voss. So the grenade kind of rolls out at their feet and discharges. And what is the damage on it?
It totaled to 14 stun damage, so 14 damage to strain.
14 damage to strain. And is that per person in a radius?
That would, so he didn't trigger the blast effect, so it would hit the 1 person definitely. And I guess it's up to you if anybody else would be even affected by it.
All right, I'm gonna roll a 10-sided dice, and we'll find out who he actually hits with it. Will be number 5 is Voss. the other 4. So 5 and 10 is Voss. The other are the bodyguards. Oh, look at that! All right, so
Ren strikes again.
Voss.
Problems solvable with violence. Solved every day.
I'm just reading what he carries on him.
I need business cards at this point.
Okay, so what was the strain?
14 strain damage.
Wow.
That really ought to down anybody.
No, it's actually just enough. Essentially, this is and you've stunned close to someone with a Wookiee-like strain. So the grenade bounces through the door. You've set the timer just right, and the way it bounces is it takes the first bounce, it catches a tile just right, bounces high enough to where as the gas is dispersing, it's right in front of his face. So he gets a full blast of it to his face. And with that, he kind of just tumbles to the ground. IG, you get to the door as you see about halfway down the hall to the main entrance. You see these 4 guards just kind of as quickly as possible dragging him towards the exit.
All right. We're blasting down this hallway Terminator style. We're gonna go for we're gonna grab both of our guns off both of our hips, one in each hand. And we're going down this hallway just
Well, I like where this is
blam,
going.
blam, 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 blam.
Okay. You have
Blam, 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 blam,
You're in the
blam, blam, blam.
Mandalorian style.
so you have 2 guns you're dual wielding.
Yeah,
Do you have skills for dual wielding?
I am built for that.
All right. Are you shooting to kill or stun?
Kill.
You're not here. You're in the
My
elevator.
guns could theoretically do both, I suppose, but
We all know he wants to kill them. It's IG. Come on.
I approve of this plan better than the one you suggested last night.
okay.
I'm just saying the party has gone full murder hobo, and I was wondering how long it would take.
We were so
The
patient.
only one that IG sees as valuable right now is the unconscious one because he has information that we need yet. The other 4 are disposable.
Okay.
So he's shooting to kill.
Yes.
So we're thinking, like, ideally it's 4 shots in 4 heads because targeting computers and machines. But the dice are in control.
All right. So we're going to keep this combat kind of minimal. I'm not going to have you roll for initiative or anything. I'm just going to say you get to go first since you had the drop on them. And then the 4 guards will follow suit. So go ahead and roll your attack.
Just real quick, are these minions or are they different level of enemy?
The guards themselves?
Yeah.
I believe they're not mobs, but I believe they are minion level.
Okay, minion level would be they'd be treated as 1. I don't know if you had got into that part, and if not,
I'm treating them different. Then they're not the mob rules to where they're their own independent.
All right.
Okay. So I just click like ranged light.
Yes, I'm pulling up their stats at the moment as well.
What? You're only using light? Come on, where's the heavy weapons?
You haven't got a chance to go to the store and have any money.
Guns are expensive.
Also, aren't the heavy weapons what you mount to a ship in this game?
IG is a ship. Just mount it to him.
Heavy
There
weapons
is a-
can be like in the Clone Wars when they had like the Gatling gun type things that they would carry.
Mm-hmm.
IG needs one of
There's
those.
a way that I could do that, but they're expensive. I looked into it.
Yeah.
I needed the entire pool of the race winnings to do it, and we had to pay off debts with that instead.
Okay, so and these are actually rival level. I just pulled up the sheet. They're rivals.
Okay.
So you have 4 of them, and they're these Lutrilian looking thugs. So go ahead and roll to hit if you hadn't already.
What difficulty?
Are you
Range
trying?
is 2, right?
Yeah, I mean based on the distance. Yeah, trying to think of the whole scale. That's the whole.
I
new
mean, we're
system.
closing distance the whole time.
Yeah, it's still going to be 2
we're
because
just-
you're not. And then if you get into melee, it's going to change things. Even
Well, we're
more.
not trying to get that close, but
So go ahead.
okay.
Let's go with 2 for the range right now.
1 success, 4 advantages.
Okay, so you blast the first guy. What's
And then I had
your
a second gun.
So 1 success is going to be enough to hit. What's the damage on your weapon?
It says damage 6, crit on 3.
All right, so good.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah. So you do hit. You do the 6 plus the 4 advantages, so it's 10 damage, and it's a crit.
Because success or the crit on 3 is if you get 3 advantages.
I'm sorry. No, I misspoke. More successes equals more damage. Advantages don't equal up to damage.
Right, the advantages equal up to the crit. Right.
Yeah. Yep.
So you get the crit. What is there a crit feature on your weapon?
No. Not that it doesn't look like it.
Let me pull up your sheet. And of course, you did not put the gun in your character sheet. Oh no, there it is. You did. This
It's
is
right
your
there.
blaster pistol, right?
Yeah.
Stun setting. All right, Urban. This is where I'm gonna pick on you. What's the crit if they don't have a crit feature?
Yeah, I'm unaware of. I thought everything had a crit feature, so
Yeah,
I do not
I
know
thought so
that.
too.
Well, what gun do they have?
Blaster
Well, let's
pistol.
find the book.
Oh, just blaster pistol?
Yep.
Okay. Blaster.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break at this point. Let everyone grab some drinks while we chastise IG for not updating his character sheet correctly.
Yeah.
I've never
critical-
played this one before.
To crit with the blaster pistol, it's 3 advantages.
Yeah.
And when
Yeah, there
you
we go.
crit, you roll on the crit table.
Mhm.
Oh, there's a crit table?
That's right. Rivals don't have a crit table, though.
Well,
I
I
don't believe
think
Yeah,
crit
no.
table is just a standard thing.
Yeah. I can pull up the crit table. I'll grab my book.
Yeah, we're
So
going to
I guess
verify the
look that
rules
up
real
quick.
quick. I have the crit table here, but I didn't think that crit table got rolled on Rivals. So we'll verify the rules while everyone's grabbing some drinks. Don't run off.
Mhm.
All right, let me switch
back.
this over. This is what happens when you go 2 months without combat.
2 months
Hey.
without playing, man. This is rough.
All right. So what we set on the rules is if they were minions, they'd be dead outright from a crit. Rivals and nemesises actually roll against the crit table. So go ahead and roll a D100 for me, IG. You can find the D100 by so if you have
that's
your,
on the next page.
Yep.
Got it. Roll dice. Oh, it's like gambling. I love it.
His favorite.
So you roll a
The stream
70.
go. There it is.
You're going to add 10 to that, so we'll be at 80, which is overpowered. The target leaves himself open, and the attacker may immediately attempt another free attack against him using the exact same pool as the original attack.
Okay.
Love it.
So you
So-
just shot this guy. You've kind of caused him to stumble and drop Vorse, which causes everyone else to kind of stumble to pick him back up. And in that time, you get another attack. And we're going to give you, you had 4 advantage, right?
Yep.
Use 3 of them for the crit. So I'll say you have 1 more advantage. So you get a boost dice on your next attack.
Oh my
I have
gosh.
success with 2 advantages. Does that guy still have a head?
Maybe not. Let me pull up. Just looking at his soak, adding in the soak.
So 6 the first round.
Yeah, no,
11 the next.
He's dead. At this point, like, you've just blasted his body so much. He's just laying on the ground, just kind of a smoking heap at this point.
Nice. Which one's next?
This is where they get their attack on you.
Oh,
The 2 others are going to continue and drag Voss, and they're going to move out 1 extra range. So they went from like a medium to a long range. And there's going to be 1 guy who sticks back, and he pulls out his blaster. And he's going to kind of duck behind this stone display case where there's a vase above his head. And he's going to shoot you from around this base, kind of kneel down, returning fire on you.
For those following along at home, we have pulled a switcheroo on our GM. We are currently in the middle of transitioning from an Ocean's 11 style heist to a Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels style heist.
With a sprinkling of get the fuck off this planet afterwards. So they're going to use another blaster pistol against you. It's going to be a similar type of roll. 2 greens, 1 yellow, 2 purple. Let me double check to make sure. Upgrade the difficulty. All right. Oh, hey, look at that. I'll remember that for next time. It wouldn't have helped him anyways. All right, so they're going to roll now. And let me select off of yours. So just 1 straight success. What's your soak?
3, I think.
Yeah, so you're going to take 3 off of their damage.
3 wounds or 3 strain?
You're going to take 3 wounds. They are not trying to stun you.
Fine. I didn't try to stun them.
That's fine.
It's fair.
So yeah, that's their turn. I'm not going to cut scenes yet. I'm going to let you go and attack again.
Shoot back at him.
Okay. Go ahead.
Maybe take a step or 2 forward to like just Terminator style walk into his line of fire more,
Okay.
but also close off his protective angle that he thought he was getting behind that
Urban, I'm
vase
trying
and
to
pillar.
remember. Does movement increase difficulty on shooting?
No, because you can move. You can do a movement and an attack.
That's right. All right. Yeah. Roll 2 purple.
2 successes.
Okay. You hit him. He has a soak of 6. What's your damage?
It says damage 6 on the blaster,
So you have an extra success, which is you have your 6 plus 1, so you would.
I hit him for
Each success counts
4.
as a point.
Oh, is it even the first one?
Even the first one counts as a point. Yes.
Okay. So you have
So I hit him
8
for-
damage minus 6, so you do 2 damage to him.
That works.
Let me add that in my sheet here.
The other guy's like, "Why didn't you count my armor? It was the worst day to wear a tank top."
The purple is stylish, but
they
not
have
plated.
blubber, so it helps absorb some of it.
What do these guards look like?
The Lutheranian, they're all wearing these purple like trench coats with goggles. It's all like purple and black, kind of like that's their colors.
Their shtick.
Yeah.
Human.
Lutheranian. Wow.
Oh,
Lutherian.
Yes, thank you. So the one's going to kind of still be hunkered down behind this kind of pillar returning fire. The others are still going to close distance. I'm going to say by this point they've made it down the hall and they're closing in on the main lobby where the security desk was. And the one that stayed behind is going to return fire on you. We're going to do 2 purple. 3 successes, 1 threat. So,
Can I immediately perform a dodge to suffer a strain instead? It says when targeted by a combat check, I can choose to immediately perform a dodge incidental, suffer a strain, upgrade difficulty of the combat by that number.
So that's one of your skills, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. How do I do that?
I think dodge is in athletics. Let me double check.
If it's an ability, I think you can just activate the ability and get the effect of it, right?
Is it coordination dodge? Is your talent?
It says. Hold on.
There's a few different dodges.
Is it the sidestep?
No, it's a talent.
No, it
It's
just
actually called
says-
dodge.
When targeted here.
Then upgrade the difficulty of the combat check by that number. So technically, you're supposed to declare it before I roll.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
I'm going to give it to you, though. And we'll say, rather than doing the upgrade, I'll re-roll.
Okay, that sounds like it could be worse for me, but let's do it.
Them's the breaks. We'll say
Once you're worse than 3 successes, it's just a matter of degree.
This is fair.
There you go. 0 successes, 2 threats. So
Hooray. I dodged.
you dodge, you roll out of the way. We're going to say he actually shoots behind you just as some security is coming down the stairs, and as they open the door, their blaster bolts hit the first security guard who's coming through the door.
Oh. So now he looks like the bad guy.
Maybe.
my dog
Bad
is
guy
like
is
a
a
very
gray area here.
Yes.
perfectly calculated half step to like the left or something.
So that's the threat. That's the cause of the threat generated there. So what do you do now?
I'm gonna shoot at one of the ones that's still dragging Boris away.
This is where you go back to looking like the bad guy.
I know, but I can't let them get Vorse to the security guard desk
Okay.
and start telling people the truth.
Okay.
So I'm shooting at the two that are carrying Vorse at the end of the hallway.
Okay. Are you moving towards them, or are you staying here and shooting?
I'm still moving toward them. Like I'm yeah,
Okay.
not distracted by this one lone dude. He's just I can still shoot him when he's behind me. My torso pivots 360.
Okay.
So we're just gonna keep walking down this hallway menacingly. But we're gonna shoot at the goons carrying Vorse.
All right. Go ahead and roll to hit. Same difficulty. Six successes.
One threat. Wow.
Gotta love those successes.
I think that was the
No
maximum.
IG.
Nice. Almost.
And one threat. So 6 successes. So that is 6 by 6. That's 12 damage. With their 6 soak. So you do 6 damage to another one of them. So the other one, he's just dragging Vorse, and you nail him straight in the back. He kind of stumbles. He's like, now he's having to limp as he's dragging Vorse because he took a blaster square in the middle of his back. You've gotten the attention of security now, though, because rather than looking like you're defending yourself against a guy, you just shot someone running away in the back.
Yeah, that's what we do. I'm an IG unit. Kind of goes with the territory.
So
Can't break all of our programming.
he's not gonna do anything now. We're going to go back to the one guy who was there. He's going to drop his pistol, and he's actually going to try and, let's say, grapple you.
You're testing out all the combat rules now.
Yeah, and I don't have
The one that I walked
either.
past.
Yeah, because you're kind of like equal to him now.
He's gonna try and tackle me.
Yeah, once I can pull up rules for grabbing or grappling. Athletics, brawn. All right, so what is the difficulty? Sorry, I'm reading these out loud. Or not out loud, I'm reading them in my head. I wish this would highlight the word grapple so in this paragraph I knew where I was reading. Adverse conditions, additional athlete, reduce the time required to checks, additional maneuvers.
Okay, grappling. Being the more narrative game does not possess specific rules for grappling. Instead, unarmed combat rules have been designed to be narratively covered.
Fantastic.
Just have fun with it.
Yes,
Official ruling.
This is where we get to fake it where we make it, and it actually works.
That's
based
right.
on the rules. So, what's your athletics? This is gonna be an athletics versus athletics.
Can I use my coordination
legit.
instead?
Yeah, that works. I'll allow either.
Coordination is 4 green, 1 blue.
Your coordination is 4 green, 1 blue.
How do you have a blue?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
What?
Let me pull up your sheet.
Because I've got a rank in stalker. I get to add a blue per rank
Oh,
of stalker.
Oh, okay. It's
Coordination.
still okay.
My coordination is 4 fate dice.
We're like, you roll green and yellow. Where was the blue coming? All right, so that's not going to apply here because you're not trying to stalk someone. You're trying to avoid a
fine.
grapple. So the blue's
All right,
not going to
well,
work.
athletics then. I'll go 1 yellow, 1 green.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I'm sorry,
this
I'm
person
still
into submission.
I'm still dying over here.
Okay, so
What's your coordination? 4d20.
just everyone's look on cam is like, what? Thank you for that laugh. So they're gonna be 2 blue, 1 yellow, and you're gonna be 1 purple, 1 red. And I'm gonna say, since you were shooting at the other person, he's gonna get kind of the drop on you because you were so focused on mowing down the people. So I'm gonna spend that, and I'm gonna upgrade another one of my green to a yellow. And he's gonna try and take you out straight at your knees.
Little does he know, those knees are reinforced.
He did land a triumph though.
But no successes.
Triumph
But they
includes-
haven't been oiled in weeks.
I just was at the oiling and buffing place
that is
on the
true.
way to this
That
gala.
is true. You had your
They are freshly buffed.
you had your oil bath.
You're right. I'm wrong.
The triumph includes a success though.
Ah, fancy.
So
See the triumph. If you look at the roll, the triumph is canceling out a failure. The success is canceling out the failure. So the triumph is only what you're seeing there is you're only getting the advantage of the triumph. So the triumph did count as a success, and it eliminated the failure that you rolled on the red die. So
Yeah.
you only get the advantage bonus from the triumph.
yeah, you're right.
Some games you roll a dice and you read a number.
Yeah, they
Other games you roll a set of dice
And you
and
make it
then
up.
you just read them like entrails.
that's one of the things I do like about the game though. It's kind of like tea leaves.
Yeah, it is actually interesting.
It's the
Awesome.
and I just the RPG sessions does need a little bit of work to
Mhm.
better translate some of those cancellations. Because yeah, no, that's a good eye, Urban. Thank you. So yeah, no, he goes and he clips you at the knees, and while he doesn't fully grapple you, it's going to cause a setback on your next shot. So it's essentially him kind of like ramming into you with his shoulder and trying to throw your next shot off.
Okay. I'm gonna drop my offhand onto his
So
forehead
you don't get
and
to
pull
go
the
yet.
trigger.
You don't get to go yet. At this point, the security guard who just got shot in the leg has kind of turned back into the stairwell. Now it's your turn.
Right. Drop my offhand right over the guy's head that just tried to tackle me, because he's still kind of laying there. He hasn't
It's
had
bad.
a chance to get up yet.
Right.
Hup, blam.
All right. I'm going to make this, because of the situation, it's going to be only 1 purple. But you are going to have the setback dice.
So that's a black one.
Yep.
1 success, 1 advantage.
Okay. So you don't manage to hit him in the head. You kind of land a hit in the shoulder. It's a glancing blow, though. It doesn't actually do any really substantial damage, but it does kind of just jostle him a bit. So he'll have a setback on any type of recovery or response.
Cool.
At this point,
How's Ren doing in that elevator with the 2 guards?
we'll get back to him, but we'll get to Ren after we go back to the people who have been waiting patiently upstairs.
We were leaving, weren't we?
Yeah, but a lot happened in this time.
Yeah.
Is that blaster fire right here?
Yeah, that's how it's going to turn out. So at this point, the guards, or the people who were dragging Voss away, have reached the other hallway, and they've actually taken refuge behind the main security desk, where they've kind of like dragged Voss and propped him up against the security desk, and they're going to be doing some holdout firing from there. And with this, we are going to actually go back upstairs to Altor and Arden and Delta, who do hear blaster fire coming from a few floors below, and you hear there's some commotion. You hear kind of security over their comms all being called for an active shooter incident.
Yeah, I wonder what could be causing that.
Kind of glance over at the other two, and I'm looking at him with that look like, what's going on? But I know exactly
But
what's going on.
You know, I told him, wait until he is out of building.
Not me.
I was going to wait. Somebody
Hey,
threw a
You're
grenade.
not here.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not here. Don't defend yourself.
So I'm assuming that we make that. I mean, I'm looking at the other two to wait to see what are we doing. I'm kind of like the new guy here, so
One of her robotic eyebrows kind of like raises, like, so Elder, what do we need to do to make sure everything's ready for the transfer?
One moment. Chance, did you say there's only one elevator?
Yeah. And as a heads up, you guys get a bonus momentum dice on one of your next rolls too.
Thank you for whoever gave us that.
Thank you, Cranky.
In the building, there's one elevator.
In the hall, there's more than one in the building, but the elevator where IG was waiting, there was just the one at the end of that hall.
Has it made it back up here yet?
No, I don't think so because I'm still in it.
Yeah, we'll say it's nearing the top, but hasn't quite hit yet.
Oh, see, I was going to stop it.
It hasn't been stopped completely, but it's getting near the top. You still have a chance to stop it if you want. Doors haven't opened. Let your party figure something out. Maybe they're going to pull your ass out of this.
I'm content to leave him in this. He's made his own bed.
I was going to kill the security guards.
Get fucking cozy.
Altor's plan was going to be to get in the elevator and then sabotage it slightly so that we can get to the bottom floor and then it no longer moves.
You could always sabotage the elevator so it falls to the bottom, killing everyone inside.
Yeah, he could do that.
He'd love that, wouldn't you?
He wouldn't do that. At most, he would sabotage it so it stops exactly where it is and no longer moves. Actually, let's say he goes for that.
Okay. How are you going to do that?
Well, Altor being more mechanically inclined than anything, he might just jigger the controls to get the doors to open and then do something mechanically with whatever mechanism is used for these elevators. It's probably not a pulley system anymore. You know, it's Star Wars.
Yeah, it's going to be more of like a magnetic.
Hey, Arden.
Mm-hmm. All right, so he will break the... let's see, if you have a magnetic elevator system, you got maglev, you're going to have like spaced toroids of magnets going up your shaft, and they're going to need current because they're going to be electromagnets. Let's say he just, reaches in, sees what's carrying the current for all these damn electromagnets, breaks it here.
All right. What did you want to say?
Oh, yeah.
While that's happening, Del's going to look to Arden. Arden, can you freeze the camera feeds?
Thank you. I was like, this is going to be so fun.
But I was already a step ahead of you, and I am working on that as we speak.
Like,
He's
there's going to
moving.
be so much bounty.
It would not be the first time.
Arden is always thinking about covering cameras with this crew here. I mean, it's...
Oh, yeah. Delta, who would like to go back to her life at some point, is also always thinking about cameras.
Yeah,
Life.
way too late.
Life? This is life.
He's stuck with us now.
Tell you what, I'm actually going to flip a force token to make it an element, if you don't mind. This particular model of elevator, Altor is familiar with being something of a building breaker by trade.
Okay.
He knows that if you break the circuit for all the lifts, they lock in place exactly where they are and no longer carry cars up and down because they assume that there's a terrible fault somewhere.
Yeah, no, I'll allow it. I'm still gonna have you roll a mechanics check.
Of course.
To kind of pull this off under pressure. Pressure. Because of the story element you introduced, I'll make it only a 1 purple.
Okay, and I get a momentum because this is the next thing that I do, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, that's the blue, right?
Yep. Let me remove that from the available options.
Very nice.
2 successes, 1 vantage. All right, so you actually lock it in place. You stop the elevator right in its tracks, and we're going to say what the advantage is Ren inside the elevator manages to maintain his footing while the guards inside are jostled about.
Step.
What was everyone else doing upstairs before Ren starts to murder guards that are doing their job?
I was gonna make a check to say, I'm looking at the camera feeds to make sure that's all taken care of. As Altor had done the elevator there, and he manages to break the elevator, he glances down, and Arden looks, says it's crude but effective. And as he's digging through his data pad there, he's trying to disable the cameras, or at least delete the feeds, or somehow scramble them so they don't see what's going on. Because immediately with all the blaster fire, I know we got something going on downstairs, probably something in the elevator. God knows where else,
So go ahead and roll the computers check.
Yeah, okay.
Since you've been in the system already, is something you're actually familiar with. You're still going to have to kind of fight with the different firewalls, but it'll be 1 purple.
Okay. Walls and
0 successes, all failures.
yeah.
All right.
Oh wait, that is the wrong roll. Somehow I got greens. I think I was looking at somebody else's character sheet.
These dice aren't my dice. My dice are much better than this.
Oh, there you go.
They are much
They
better than
actually
that.
are. They're 2 times better.
My dice are golden.
2 successes, 1 advantage. Yeah, you get in there. You manage to actually black out the cameras, but while you're in there, you actually get into like the DVR system, and you're able to delete, we'll say, the last like 5 minutes of video footage. So it'll clear out. It'll clear out the cameras in the hallway of what it had recorded. It will clear out the recordings from the elevator of Ren fumbling the camera.
As I'm watching all this, I'm just like grinning in sheer amazement.
Yes.
We good to go?
Yeah.
All right. So then,
no-
obviously, we're heading for the stairs.
No,
We
that was
will
to Arden.
take
That was to Arden because
steps.
like Delta's kind of just keeping it casual right now until she has the go ahead from Arden. Like we're clear.
Yep, we are clear. Let's go.
Okay. I would like
Cameras
to
are out.
spend. I would like to spend a force die to say that Delta at this point has like prepared a bag or something with a basic disguise, like not the disguise of like, full on and super advanced. It's more like a cover up thing so that you can't recognize it's Delta.
So you're tearing off the whole armor with the tuxedo printed on it for armor with overalls printed on it.
Yes. More of like a cloak and like
Okay.
a robe around her.
The item you're looking for does exist. They're called concealing robes, and Altor actually has them.
So she'll get like concealing robes and everything around her. Can I do that?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
And like a mask.
Make sure to hit that story token, the force token.
There we go.
Yes, I have so much dark side.
Yeah. So Delta is going to go for the elevator, and you open the elevator door, right?
No, we're taking the stairs.
Oh,
The elevator is. How far down did the elevator stop?
We'll say it is stuck between. So we'll say you're on the 4th floor. There's the 3rd floor, so it's stuck between the 2nd and the 3rd floor.
well, like Delta looks at Arden. Did you manage to get a look at any of those cameras?
Yeah, you should have seen them.
Who's in the elevator?
That would be Ren.
Okay,
With I forget how many guards. How many guards did I see?
2.
With 2 guards in there as well. So he's good.
Yes, we will stop to check on Ren on way down. And
Okay.
Altor opens the door to the stairs.
Okay.
Do we want to take the stairs? Or is there another option that might be faster? Actually, I look at the stairs. So in a tall building like this, there's probably like a spiral staircase, right?
Like I'm not thinking of them in circular spiral as much as like it's maybe like 6 stairs and does another like I don't know, is it a Z pattern?
Z patterns kind of. Yeah, you can. There's multiple ways to do different flights of stairs. The one that Typo's probably thinking of is the kind with a well down the middle.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, there is a well down the middle.
Okay. Delta looks at you guys. So, you want to take the express route?
Yes, let me get the door first. And Altor begins to sabotage the door behind them so that it will not open.
How are you doing this?
What kind of door is it?
It is going to be a metal door that opens into the stairwell.
Is it the kind that you push open, or is it automatic? Does it slide into a pocket?
It's a push door.
It's a push door. Okay. Does it have a handle?
It's going to be one of those where it's like the push in buttons. No, you know what? This is Star Wars. There's no push buttons. You wave your hand in front of it, and it opens into the hallway.
Neat. Well, I have the Utini skill that makes me slightly better at improvising things from just whatever's lying around. I'm going to look around for some material here available that I can use to jam the mechanism at the point. What would be strongest, closest to the hinge for jamming? Now you get more torque on the outside, so probably towards the outside. Jam it at the base from the stairwell side so that it can no longer be pushed in. It probably has a lip or some sort of rail under it, something convenient.
That sounds good to me.
And then it'll like sabotage
Blaster
a hinge
shoots
so it
the
doesn't swing as
sensors.
nice.
This is the Star Wars. You shoot the panel and it disables, right?
That's how
I don't have
would've
a
done it,
gun.
but
I literally don't have a gun.
you could find a pipe and just smash things. But no, I like the way you're going about it.
He's a mechanic.
No, it works. We're gonna say you find the stairwell. with your strength, you're able to kind of like break off one of the metal handrails from the stairwell
Mhm.
and use that to jam the door.
Beautiful. Altor rolls all 4 of his shoulders. Long past time, I think. Let us go.
Okay, sweet prince, get in my arms.
Altor looks at you. He's very large.
She blinks. Okay. She grips her robotic arm around you. You're going to lay off the squibs next time.
I will get you stronger grapple gun.
Okay. Arden, hold on to my side. I can't carry both of you at the same time.
I have
under the
Arden.
belt.
You get the 2 other arms.
Thank you. And she
Stop
grabs-
off next floor for Ren.
She'll grab her arm around the thing, and then like these little hooks come off of it. She proceeds to like rappel downwards and through the hole in between the stairwell.
So while you're rappelling down, you can actually hear like the gears and the motors in your grappling thing just kind of straining under the pressure, and it's like you can tell it's any more weight and this thing might like just short circuit and just crash you guys down to the bottom. And then you kind of just stop you just under. He's like, you just miscalculated from the weight, and you're just under where it would be easy. So like everyone's gonna have to kind of like pull themselves up and over the rail.
Mhm. That's fair.
I love it.
Get your fat ass off of me. I smell like squibs so bad.
Altor swings Arden towards the railing.
Just flopping it around like a rag doll.
I just want to say she cannot smell you, but like her what is it? Olfactory sensors are just like spamming her head, just like squib, toxic waste. Squib.
Mm.
Squib, metal shaving, Ugnaught spit, squib,
Nothing pleasant.
creosote.
What do you guys do then now that you're here?
Okay.
Like I said, I'm swinging Arden towards the rail so he can get off first.
Yeah, I get off there and I head for the next door there.
Once
Now,
he's out of my hands, I have some to grab with.
were you trying to go above the elevator or below the elevator?
I tried to stop it at a floor.
At a floor above or below the elevator?
No, I tried to stop the elevator at a floor.
Oh, okay.
One in which we could just get off at that floor and then go jimmy the door open.
Okay, so this will be.
But
one
he
of
said
the-
it was stuck between 2 and 3.
Yeah, but I'll say that it's enough to where like if you pry the door open, you'll be able to see inside.
Mm.
So like someone will be able to like they'd have to pull themselves up, but they can like shimmy their way
It's fair.
out of it if they're still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of
So-
still alive,
We're gonna say you make your way to the elevator door where inside would be Ren and the security. We're
Mhm.
going to jump to Ren right now.
Hey, he's up.
They are on their duffs.
No, they're they're not sure-footed, so they got like jostled, but they're still standing.
In that case, I'm driving them home. Knives out. Let's do this.
Okay. Not pulling any punches.
No, this is Ren. I don't pull punches.
All
They
right.
are in the way, and just to point out, they did go for weapons. They are armed. This is a fair fight.
I'm not sure there's any fight against you that's a fair fight.
Well,
Or
they're,
is
not,
my
they're not unarmed, innocent people. Like, it's a fair fight. They went for weapons. I'm game. It's totally on. Let's do this.
So the 2 guards inside this elevator, they're minion class, so they're kind of nobodies.
So, what do I roll?
For your knives, you're gonna roll your knife.
Melee.
Uh,
Melee.
yeah. Do you not have the ability to? On the right hand side, do you have a bunch of tabs?
Yeah.
Is one of
The
those
vibro knives.
Is one of those tabs weapons?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
May roll off that.
Yep. You can select the weapon in there, and then you can choose engaged, and that'll add the appropriate.
So do I hit both of them if I'm dual attacking?
I thought you got rid of the dual attack.
Did I?
I thought you got rid of it because the crits didn't work the way you wanted.
Well, my goal was to get a sword, and I never did kind of figure that out.
Okay. Yeah, you can use the way the dual weapon works is you just roll the standard attack, but you have to have so many extra. I'm so glad I posted these rules in Discord. But I know it's one attack, and you have to roll a certain amount for the other damage to trigger.
But the first one can still hit no matter what.
Well, the first one you have to roll to hit. It's not like
if I recall correctly, it's you roll with the difficulty of the thing increased by 1, and if you get 2 advantages, you can use that to apply the second damage.
Okay. Well, here, let's do this. All right. So, any additionals? I know they have a disadvantage, right?
They do. So you get, you'll get a blue dice added for this.
All right. Is that it?
How many purple did you add? Did it add?
None.
There should be purple on engaged, isn't there, Urban?
It's 2. Yeah, it's
That's
2 for engaged, and then if I guess you were saying if you wanted to do the double, you need to add one. You said it increased one, so that would change it to a red and a purple, right?
So building your pool, you only roll once, called a combined check for the 2 weapons. In the case of using 2 weapons with different skills, you select the weapon you're worse at. Then for the difficulty, you choose the weapon with the highest difficulty.
Okay. So yeah, it's just the 2 purples then.
Yeah.
All right, 2 purples. All right, here we go.
6 successes.
Jeez.
On a success, the primary weapon hits. To hit with the additional weapon, you have to roll or spend 2 advantage or 1 triumph. So
She did not get.
no, but you just blam this guy. His soak is 3. What's your weapon damage?
It's I think it's just 1.
That can't be right.
Is it +1?
No, damage is 1.
I think with the
Okay, yeah,
vibro
damage
blades-
1, which is added to your strength or
Right.
your brawn.
Your brawn, right?
Oh, so that'd be 4.
And I think you have piercing on your thing too, so you ignore some soak.
Yeah. What's the level?
Yeah, what's
2,
piercing
so you
on
ignore
your
2
knife?
levels of
Pierce
soak.
2, vicious 1.
I do not remember what vicious is.
I think it does 1 extra level of damage, I believe.
It does +10 on a crit die.
Oh, on the
Oh,
Crit 2.
I'm mixing up
Okay.
systems here.
so what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing 10 damage minus, or then it ignores 2 soak.
Right, so there will be -1 to that. You just this guy gets jostled from the elevator. You pull out your blade, and how do you finish him off?
Oh, but as he's kind of going down from the jostle, I arc the blade up right into his abdomen below the belly button, and the downward momentum just yanks it up and just
Content warning.
completely. It completely cuts him up from navel to sternum, and then out through the neck, getting the carotid and spraying his friend in the face.
We went from PG-13 to rated R.
R for red.
That's right.
Oh wow.
The Guy Ritchification of the campaign is complete.
People really want us to get you famous.
Hey, thanks, G. Fran.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
they came out in force tonight.
My goodness. Look at that.
Buy followers. Is that true?
G Fran. Oh, how
Sounds unethical.
do I ban them
People
again?
actually do that?
Church, while I'm doing narrative, you get to your mod duties. All right, so
He's too busy stabbing people.
yes, cutting people up from sternum to stern. All right, yeah, you get this guy. I'm actually going to say that I'm going to spend a story element dice here. And I'm going to say that in the process of cutting this guy open like that, the force of the downward momentum, his rib cage catches your knife. And while you do manage to cut him all the way like you described, the amount of gore from such an action has kind of weakened your grip on the knife, and then it catches on his bones, and it causes the knife to dislodge from your hand.
Okay. Can I use a free action?
Well, depends. What would you like to do?
I want to level the other knife in my other hand at his friend and say, why don't you put that baton down before you end up like your buddy here?
So, from a narrative standpoint, I'm going to let you roll for coercion, or is there something better than coercion?
Intimidation.
Cool.
Yeah,
No, there isn't an intimidation.
I think
is
that
there?
coercion
No.
takes the place of intimidation.
That's what it is. Okay.
So I'll let you roll coercion with 1 purple and 1 bonus dice.
So blue.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
3 successes, 1 advantage. So he looks at you with the knife kind of just aimed perfectly at his midsection, looks at his buddy there, and he just puts up one of his hands, and he just slowly starts to set the stun baton down.
All right, I'm watching him really closely.
He sets it down, doesn't take any aggressive actions at you.
Okay. So watching him closely, I'm going to reach down and just kind of yank my knife out of his friend. And then elbow the button to open the door.
All right, that works too. So as the group starts to approach the elevator door, you hear kind of this ding noise from inside, and the door opens, and you just see this just scene on the inside where there's one guard on his knees, hands behind his head, another guard laying on the ground, just blood and entrails kind of scattered across the floor. Ren kind of turns to you, smiles. His just chest and face is just kind of covered in blood while he's holding a knife.
Hey, you made it.
Altor reaches his hand down through the little gap into the elevator. Come on.
Yep, I'll reach up and let him pull me up.
We are leaving expressly.
Probably a good idea. Did you get the big guy?
Did you get the big guy?
I think I did. I threw a grenade at him. Where's IG? I heard laser fire.
Let us proceed to bottom floor.
Motherfucker. Delta's like following behind, and like she hears this and like just immediately turns back to the stairwell. Come on. She like grabs hold of Arden. I'm taking you down first.
I will walk. I have calories to burn.
I can hang on to you and go down with you. Drip, drip, drip.
He is light though.
Delta will quickly like grab hold of Arden, and she will like just drop down, slowing it only at the floor that they need to get to. She'll ask him, "What floor, by the way?"
Oh, it's the bottom.
Mm.
Okay.
Ground level.
Ground.
Just like the
As
core
they-
basically, and like for a moment it's terrifying because not just when I say Delta repelled down, I don't mean like she's like gentle, gentle, gentle. It's like so.
Art
Only
is just being
slowing
used to
it.
being picked up and thrown around here. So
Only slowing it towards the end where they start to lose their momentum, and she like ends it. And bottom floor, shopping clothes and other witty remarks. Get off.
As they go down, I'm gonna look over at Altor and be like, "Did I make her mad? Did I do something wrong?"
She is new to profession.
I'll shrug. Let's find a way down.
Yes, yes. Stairs, I say.
Thankfully,
I'm gonna get so
we're-
tired. Can I ride on your shoulders?
Literally 2 flights of stairs.
I think you could probably make it up in the back twice before I get there.
Fair. We'll start booking.
By the way, Arden, do you need a mask of some sort?
mask.
I should point out I'm still wearing the one I got from.
There. Mask is in. I mean, because I'm still thinking. I don't even know that there's a grenade gone off or anything like that. So
Okay, but you know,
well, I
there's a
did
fight
say that out
here.
loud.
what's that?
I did say it out loud about the grenade.
Oh, okay. No, I do not have a mask.
Okay, she like takes out like a piece of metal, like she takes out this like really basic mask because like it's basically the same one that she's wearing, and just hands it to you. It's not a breathing mask; it's a mask.
Okay.
That's
So,
me if you wanted to cover your face up.
yeah, I put it on. Now we're going into full on robbery mode now.
Yes, I'm not fond of having my face recognizable as a criminal.
Got it.
And-
As I strap on the mask here, and then I pull out my blaster because I guess that's what we're doing.
Okay. And I guess we're a little bit ahead, but probably not too much ahead. Like I assume we've got to lower floors.
You get to the bottom floor and you see this guard who has kind of this smoking blaster burn on his leg, kind of duck back into the hallway, and he kind of turns around and looks you face to face just as you come down to the bottom stairwell or the ground floor from rappelling.
We heard this. We heard there was some trouble. Do you need help?
Roll deception for me. What's the wing guards?
I'm from the government. I'm here to help.
Grab my hand
Oh,
if
no.
you want to live.
It is a chopper.
That was how I was gonna get us.
They're cunning. So add 3 green, or not 3 green. Wow, 3 purple.
One threat.
Oh boy.
He doesn't believe you at all, and he's actually not the type who's going to attack, but just as he looks at you, he's going to reach over to his comm on his shoulder, hit the button, and shout,
Blaster up.
Roll coercion.
Okay.
Do guns provide a boost to coercion? They do in real
Say
life.
so.
They should.
It sounds logical to me. I'll give you a boost dice for that.
How many purple?
3.
Oh my god. Of course.
So you fail at stopping him before he can actually shout, correct that. Instead of saying 1, he says that, correct that, 3. But because you pull your gun, he actually kind of sets down his blaster and puts his hands up.
All right.
So that'll be your advantage.
All right, guys, we got company.
Realizing this, Delta, like, peace is not an option. Delta is going to like grab him, kick the gun away, and she's going to like take out her blaster, hold the mic to him, and she wants to coercion this guy. Like she like holds it away. Correction, these ones are here to help. Looks at him like intent.
I'll allow it if you want to roll,
Okay.
because this can always go in my favor too.
Okay, and that's 3 purple.
Yep.
And
You
I
give,
am.
blue dice. Yeah.
I'm going to spend a force point to get another blue dice.
You can, if that works. I was say you can also upgrade your green from as well if you want to down the road. But this
So
one's
once
in your
it's to
favor.
advantage.
Yeah. So you succeed.
I guess I would, for the advantages, I'd want to tell him like she kind of knows the layout, like she's thinking escape options. The individual is headed towards like of the wrong direction essentially. She wants to help tell him like
Okay.
wrong direction.
Tell them rather than like heading for the main lobby, they're making a break for out the back type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, he'll relay that message back to his superiors.
Okay. And then she will take the comms away and she'll tell him, okay, now get against the corner, head down, close your, and head down, hands over head.
He'll comply.
Okay.
This is perfect. This will
And
make slitting their throats so much easier when I get down there.
As she does that, she just takes her rifle and just.
You shoot her in the back or him in the back?
Yeah, I just completely ice her.
All right. They're a minion, so I'm not even going to make you roll for it. You've just murdered this person in cold blood.
What? What's going? Oh man!
Ren is proud.
It's a cryoban rifle. It doesn't kill. It's physically incapable of it.
Multiple meanings of the word ice. This is very important.
I capture people alive. I don't murder people, really.
I remembered you had that rifle and still took it the other way.
I just pictured you as like blastering this person in the back of the head.
I was about to be
Arden's reaction was
That's
more
an
just the
IG.
pulling of the trigger. I mean, he sees what happens. He's like, "Oh man, you gotta tell me when that's gonna happen."
She's like, no time. I think at this point, Altor and Ran have caught up, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Do I see anybody alive?
You see a meatsicle in the corner.
All right. What about Vash?
He's not here.
Yeah,
Where's the big guy?
We're not there yet. Where's IG?
Turn up down the hallway down there, I think.
Yeah, you do hear some like blaster fire kind of.
Oh, well, we got to move.
Down the hall.
Ren's bolting that way.
Yeah.
Did the meat sickle drop a gun?
There was a gun.
There was a gun, I think.
He had a gun.
I'm just checking to see what it was.
I just want to note, Delta. I'm not doing the voice, but Delta has changed her voice modifier. It's not like anything super fancy, but like it's just different voice.
Mm-hmm.
I posted into chat the blaster that he had.
Well, thank you. I will be picking that up. Alto just scoops it off the ground. You make do with what you can get in these situations.
Yeah, here's his comlinks right here. I'm not. Unfortunately, my voice modifier doesn't allow me to fake people's voices. Just makes me sound like this if I want to.
Do not worry. We will be leaving before this is problem.
I redirected the forces into the insert direction here.
Good. You adapt so naturally to the lifestyle.
Yeah, the job's surprisingly similar.
All right.
All right, we're gonna cut over to you now, Ginkgo.
Right. How far away has the guy dragged Vorse?
We'll say it's
Because it's just the one dude dragging him now, right?
well, there's still two guys. Just one of them's injured. But they're now in the main lobby. So if you like proceed into the lobby, you have the main doors. So there are these big giant like glass doors that are they're kind of brass type doors, but they're all glass in between, and they're just massive. So you could easily see in and out. And they're
Okay.
hunkered down at like the reception table, kind of taking a barricaded position.
And the guy at my feet is still.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just blast the guy at my feet again.
Okay. Give me that roll.
2 purple again.
There's
There's 1 because
do
he's
me a
right there.
favor. This is for IG, and you're using your blaster. We're gonna do blaster. We're gonna say
Oh wait, no, I've got this new button over there, right? I can use the thing on the right
it's
side.
it'll be 2 purple because you're more or less engaged with the guy. So it'll be 4 green, 2 purple.
It's not great. 1 failure, 3 advantages.
So we're going to say that you missed the shot.
I missed the shot. He's like 6 inches away from my gun.
You distracted, apparently. I don't know
I
what to tell
guessed.
you.
I don't.
Short circuiting.
To
Targeting
be fair,
computers don't work up
if somebody's
close.
close enough to you with a gun, they can start parrying it.
That's true.
Yeah,
Well,
they can
fine. Maybe he like rolled
shove it
away or
aside,
something.
move around. Yeah.
So
I think it actually gets harder to shoot somebody at point blank.
it
Mhm.
gives them a
That's
chance
fair.
to actually like hit the gun
He
away.
wasn't knocked out or anything.
There's
That's-
actually
yeah.
in like real life, if you're within like if you're too close, you're outside of the like safe distance to shoot because they could grab your gun and try and like the Krav Maga has a way of like disarming people who get within arm's reach with a pistol type thing.
Should have just stepped on him then. Just go crunch.
Well,
no more head,
you
no more
do-
skull.
You miss, but we're gonna say that the bolt was close enough to where he's down on the ground. You shoot the tile floor. It causes some like shrapnel to splash up in the air. It kind of gets into his eyes. It's going to give him a disadvantage on any type of accuracy test.
Works. Burned his eyes a little bit. That's cool.
And this is where the rest of the team is going to kind of come into the hallway and seeing IG try to just like murk this guy at his knees.
I'm bum rushing him full speed, knives out.
Do we see the guy that was passed out? The guy got hit with knockout gas?
You don't see him. He's kind of he's out of visual range, But
Still bum rushing the guy.
Okay.
Guy on the floor is going down. My buddy's fighting. I'm joining in.
All right, so you book it to him.
A wild wren appears.
I'm gonna give you an attack on him.
Yay!
The one thing I will say though is I want you to take 1 point of strain because you've had to push your movement kind of past its norms.
I got it. Any other dice other than the base?
You'll add the 2 purple.
All right.
1 success, 2 advantages.
And a triumph.
Was one of the triumphs. We got to look at this now. Was there a triumph that was nullified? No. All right, so that's 2 successes, 2 advantages. What is your crit on the
2?
So I think with the triumph, that's a auto crit. Does that sound right, Urban?
Yeah, I don't remember that, but I'm willing to go with that. I like it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a triumph can activate a crit trigger. It's the equivalent of like 3 advantages.
Sure.
So we're gonna let you do the crit. So
I think this will play into my lethal blows too. I imagine this is just going to kill the guy. Am I right?
What is your lethal blows?
I'm going to have to look it up.
We talked about this.
Every point of lethal blows you have, I think, is +10, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Onto the crit table or just in general?
Onto the crit table, if I remember correctly.
That sounds about right. Yeah. And then you have the vicious. So how many points of vicious blows do you have?
1.
1 point of vicious blows, 1 point of vicious. So that's going to be 20 added to the crit table. Let's go ahead and roll a D100.
Okay. $50.
So that'll be a 70. That will take you to Scattered Senses. The target removes all bonus dice from skill checks until the end of the encounter.
If he survives.
If he survives, yes. What was the damage that you did?
So, let's see. 1 success would be 1
plus 1. So that's what, 5?
4 for brawn +1.
All right.
Yeah, the damage is 1 plus your brawn plus the 1 success.
Plus the
So
success
5.
from the triumph.
And does the crit add anything?
Just the
effect.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so 5.
And then
is that enough to trigger the second attack, or?
The second attack triggers on a advantage of 2 or more, right?
Yep.
So yeah, that'll trigger the second attack as well.
Yeah, because you technically have 5 advantages.
So yeah, do I roll a second time or just calculate damage?
To hit the additional weapon, you have to roll or spend 2 advantage, 1 triumph. No, it does. You add the damage from that second weapon.
Nice.
Okay, so another 5.
And this guy's soak is 6. And you have minus, we'll say 4 for the puncture or whatever it is. Yeah, this guy's dead.
I just gutted somebody else.
Walk me through how you run up to this guy and fillet him.
So I turn the corner. I see him take the shot, and the guy kind of dodge out of the way. I immediately just like duck down, Naruto run, full speed. And as I come up, I'm actually like baseball slide between IG's legs and just like dig these things in right under the rib cages and drive them up, probably past the hilt a little bit to where I'm just kind of tickling his intestines, and then yank him out the top, spraying blood all over myself and IG, and then we're gonna high five.
What does the rest of
hell
the group
yeah, we
do
are.
when you see this?
I love the surprised look on an organic's face as its head hits the ground in death.
Altor is used to this.
Probably.
Arden smiles in some weird admiration, but
Altor is a heavy man. He doesn't do the wet work. He leaves people to their own professions for the most part, and whatever their standards are, that's them.
What about you, Delta?
I'm good at one thing.
Delta looks at the situation, starts tracing the line from the path that they ran, and like they went this way, didn't they? And she like points in the direction, like in a direction. I don't know if it's the right direction.
Oh yeah, you're here now, right?
Yeah.
So IG will kind of fill you guys in. They went into this room over here through these big glass doors. There were 2 of them left. I winged one of them pretty good. He was dragging the boss man. You hit him with the grenade, by the way. Nice shot. He's all knocked out.
Nice.
Still. We'll,
High five.
Like, give him knuckles for that.
Already
Yeah.
through this conversation, Delta is like walking in the direction that he's like suggesting, and like she's kind of like fast pace, and like okay.
Yeah, I think they're
Once
hunkered
she has
down
some-
behind that desk over there.
Yeah, once she has enough information, she's going to take off
So
in
as
that
you
general direction.
move towards that general direction, that's where we're going to end the scene for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, after a missed session, how you guys feeling about the direction of the story?
Good.
Oops.
this isn't the
Ren
story.
feels
is
like
it?
it's a win. I mean, at this
Direction
point,
of
Ren's
our
totally
story.
forgot what they're here for. He's just doing the Lord's work.
What?
At this point, you know, if we're double crossed and like we don't even have to do the job anymore, let's just fucking kill them all.
We are actively double crossing, my friend.
We're
are
double crossing the double cross.
yeah.
Only
We're
thing I'm-
triple crossing.
The only thing I'm keeping in mind is
Quadruple
that
crossing.
Holy shit,
we
man.
we should probably have Arden, activate the things before too long because the thing's still going on upstairs.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
We still got to make money here somewhere because this was
Yeah.
part of the deal for Arden. Arden's like, hey, I was in this for the money.
Say
You're stuck with us now, buddy.
I know, right?
Guilt by
Hilda
association.
genuinely doesn't care that much about the money. She's doing this as a favor.
At this point, you're stuck with us, both of you. Like, you got to come with us when we escape, or you're gonna face the consequences.
Did you see this guy? Kicks the body.
Thick as thieves,
How
my
many
friend.
dead
Thick
are
as
there
thieves.
in the hallway now?
I mean, Delta's actually done her best to make sure that she's not actually on any recordings of anything,
Yeah, you
other than
guys-
like the ship.
you've done pretty well with remembering that aspect of things.
And
I'm
then
trying, 'cause
leave
Delta
a
has that
living
mentality of
witness.
like she wants to. She's not a criminal at heart.
So I am at
I'm
this point.
I'm an IG unit though. Like there's some prejudice associated that we're just living up to.
So anyone who's actually watching the VODs for this on YouTube, I just want to say at this point, none of this is actually in the module. It's
So this
to
is the module.
Yes, it's the Jewel of Yavin. But that being said, like, I'm half tempted to changing the name of the campaign because it's like.
Is it really the Jewel of Yavin anymore?
Yeah, I mean, it's like here's the rails. The fucking train went that way.
This is trying to get the Jewel of Yavin.
Listen, in a quarter mile, we're gonna take a right. You're in the train. I know.
We're gonna
Like,
shove this train
honestly-
up the rear entrance.
How many more guards are there? We just walk up there, kill what's left, and take the jewel.
There's a whole city of guards.
We're on the bottom floor with the jewel right now. The
You
jewel's
are.
down here.
You are.
Oh,
The
there we
jewel's
go.
down
We can
here.
solve this problem real fast.
I was
Yeah,
we
wondering
have a
if anyone
plan.
was gonna actually remember that.
Like Ren is so far removed from the jewel at this point. He's just like he got set loose. You know, like Altar was like, "Hey, free range murder hobo, go have fun." I was like, "Okay."
Which way
We're
did he go,
making a
George?
distraction so that all the guards are running away from the gem. Somebody can just like
if you guys do figure out a way to steal the gem still, there is going to
IG
be
Rumba
so
can do
much
something.
chaos behind this that there's going to be weeks of people trying to figure out the forensics.
Yep. And by
It's in
that
this
time,
room.
we'll have plenty of time to have gotten away with it.
I have a mechanics check and a gun, and I'm not afraid to use either.
So, who do you? I'm going to start with Church. Who do you nominate for MVP tonight?
I think honestly tonight, that's a rough one. I'm really torn. I think I'm gonna go with Delta tonight because Delta was the only really responsible one that was constantly like Delta was like mama coming behind going, I just cleaned up this mess. What are you guys doing? Cover the cameras, check the guards. Where are you going? Oh my God. And as much as Ren is counterproductive to everything Delta tried to do tonight, me, the player, appreciates what you're doing.
Thank you. I personally would give it to you for kind of pulling the trigger, actually, on some of this chaos. I'm not sure if you've been the most helpful, but
It's added to a great story.
yeah.
I'm totally going with IG tonight because he pulled out the assassin droid. He did his, I mean, he walked down the stairs and I had that scene from Mandalorian of him just blasting through people. And that was so Star Wars for me. So yeah, IG, you got it.
All right, Ginkgo, who do you vote for?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I think it was just nice to have Altor back with all four of his arms. Oh, like he did that awesome thing with the elevator. Got all like sciencey on the maglev. That was pretty cool.
Very true.
Oh no, I'm the tiebreaker.
No, wait. You have to vote for Arden.
I'm completing
Yeah,
the
just go for Arden.
Arden
the
for
tiebreaker.
actually covering the ass and also doing the job we came here for.
I'm working on it, guys.
Fair
I'm trying
play.
to keep you all in line.
If you manage to splice our way in and divert the funds, and I just punch my way through ultrasonic glass and walk out with the jewel, job done. We're completing the loop. I vote for Arden.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, see, that's a sign of a cohesive party right there.
So I lost track. Did
One per.
All voted for a
right?
different.
So I'm
Perfect
the tiebreaker.
Hamiltonian
One
circuit.
I'm the tiebreaker, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to vote for. Let me do some quick math here. Who used the most force dice?
Oh,
Good question.
I think that might be Delta, if I'm not
I'm
mistaken.
thinking.
Yeah, I
so
think it was
too.
Delta.
Yeah, I think I used 2.
I used 1.
What is today? Today's the 28th.
Let's see.
So I used 1. The points are gonna go to me.
I used 1. Ren used 1. You used 1. I used another 1. I'm at 2
Using-
now.
Delta used
thought-
2.
Delta used
thought I
1, so
used
2, 1,
1.
1.
I thought I used one.
I'm still scrolling up. Delta used 2, so 2, 2, 1. IG used 1, so 2, 2, 1, 1.
All right. So now that kind of backfired. Between Delta and Altor, I'm gonna say I don't choose favorites. You both get MVP. Everyone's a
Oh.
winner. I don't generally
you
believe it.
go.
I generally don't believe in everyone gets a trophy, but in this case, both of you get. I'm gonna say 4 XP for tonight's session, and
Lovely.
everyone else gets 2 XP.
All right.
I generally don't believe in everybody gets a trophy, but when the players are insisting that everybody gets a trophy by refusing to cast the same vote for a person.
When my hand is forced.
Yep. All right, no, it's fantastic. I'm glad we got this game in. I'm
Yeah.
at this point, I don't have anything scripted other than kind of where I originally wanted this story to go, and we will figure out if we end up in that way. But
I still want a jewel, so I'm working on keeping it back on track.
no, you don't have to if you don't want to.
I mean, like, I'm not opposed to completing the actual job, especially since Delta's kind of like, I mean, I went all the way through this, and like, Delta's deal was, I don't think I actually explained what Delta's motivation for this game was. Her whole shtick was
Money.
she met, huh?
Money.
No, her whole shtick was she's a gank and the other guy's a gank.
Mhm.
She was on a previous mission and she got in a real bind, and Tosh helped her out.
Mm.
Despite her insistence to fuck off. And after getting help, she was kind of like, okay, well, you helped me. I told you not to, but you helped me. So if you ever need help, let me know. It's not going to be free because I don't owe you anything, but like honor kind of thing.
Yeah, I really liked the dynamic of kind of tossing Toss potentially being a captive out there. And how that has kind of just added such chaos to the group. So I'm interested in seeing where you guys take that aspect of the story.
Remind me as a player, who is this guy? Who's
You
this
haven't
Tosh guy?
met him.
No, I haven't.
View him as like Murdoch, or not Murdoch. View him as who's the leader of
Ocean.
the A-team?
Hannibal.
Hannibal.
He's in
Hannibal.
Ocean in Ocean's 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like he's
Basically,
the reason that
he's-
the team exists to do the job.
Is
He
he
just
a
went off.
was
I'm
he a
his
previous player, or is
enforcer.
he an actual NPC?
He was an NPC character I
Okay.
made to kind of hook the party together.
Okay. Okay.
There
Wasn't sure if it's somebody to bring back in.
there was a player character who is now an NPC who is still in the story somewhere.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Okay.
Yeah, that is I can't even remember his name.
Murgo?
Yeah, Murgo Bane.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Margo.
Okay.
That's right.
So
Yeah, there was another.
I
guy.
almost forgot about Margo. Was the martial artist.
yep, he's the one who went off with Toss,
Mhm.
and you haven't heard from either of them since they both went off.
Yes. So if we get either,
That's all right.
we can work with it.
Good deal,
I got a
guys.
good body count tonight.
All right, I'm gonna wrap up the stream at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You stole one of mine.
Still counts.
All right.
Gonna be like Gimli